It's Wednesday. No, it's Friday. Is it Friday? Yeah, it's Friday. It's January 28th, 2022. Every day just looks exactly the same and bleak with this ridiculous light. I'm watching the teleportation device, the television, for signs of intelligence, but cast in and portrayed in the way that the person intended, which is not always, I don't believe I always hit the nail on the head on that one, but I'm not quite sure. I'm just, as a couch potato, as a receiver of this very confusing image and action in motion that somebody's conducting somewhere while I am hurting in New York. It's just, now, yesterday, it hit the television about U.S. President Joe Biden, who, under the larger umbrella of words to describe the man, is the acting commander-in-chief of something. I thought it was the military, but I don't see how, based on some of the decisions that he's speaking on, that in essence put people like myself further in danger. So I'm thinking, because there was just National Guard deployed to New York and to New Jersey, so the television is saying, and when they showed the deployed individuals from a National Guard, it's not familial to me or to what's in this territory by Mount Rushmore standard and the Greenback standard, I have to question and wonder how that level of oversight or mistake could be made by such a powerful and important person, and important family member, no less. So why is he protecting other people's children and not his own familial first? It gets to be really a daunting task when the ideology and the philosophy does not match the expectation for a territory that has clear signs, and then clear signs of people acting in a alternate fashion for a purpose that is undisclosed to the general public. And that becomes very frightening. So they showed yesterday this U.S. Supreme Court Justice that I had never seen before. He's 83 and he's retiring, and they plan on replacing him with a black woman, but the confusing part is, who also, by the way, were quietly, undisclosed to the public, his law clerk and federal judges the entire time. It just made that statement, which led public and couch potato to one series of questions. Today, they're mentioning that he mentions something about his children and his grandchildren, and then some form of experiment. Now, I'm sitting in an area that has, over his seat on this experiment or U.S. Justice authoritative position, which has put me further in harm's way, and my children, in actuality. They've enhanced X-ray technology and polonium level lighting under your inability to police, to inform, and to patrol the United States of America corridor and headquarters being out of Washington, D.C., while you're quietly allowing some experiment to go on? Really? Well, then how are you going to pay for this experiment that I didn't sign up for and didn't agree to? Just curious, while you're taking some frivolous career time to enhance some other people's family members that are not indigenous and are not monetary backed or nation backed whatsoever. Just curious how all of these things are taking hold and are flourishing while palladium level lighting or X-ray, open X-ray lighting are plaguing the children that were born here that have a Mount Rushmore national backing by profile. It's confirmed.
So that will not prohibit me from supporting somebody.
But before he names a nominee to replace Justice Breyer, President Biden praised him as a model public servant.
Now, it's slight details that doesn't change my narrative, but it changes his motive for why he worked in this industry and allowed this level of classified information and secrets to be handed and worked upon by other nations' children secretly hiding in the capital or the headquarters of this corridor. Who he was working with, what countrymen, I have no idea. But they're not United States of America people.
Who had these parting words on democracy.
My grandchildren and their children. They'll determine whether the experiment still works. And of course, I'm an optimist, and I'm pretty sure it will.
What experiment? The experiment where you allow private corporation and government to sneak around the surface of the world, coming up with really bad scientific discoveries and ideas, and create new ways to hurt one another by incorrectly programming weather, genetics, whether it be the filtered light in the habitat, and then according to whether the children are obedient or not is whether you turn on the really dangerous equipment. So that's what that experiment, is that what you've been working on? I'm just curious, because I need to find a family member with a conscience and some biomedical ethics to pay you a visit. That's what I'm asking for, because I don't understand, what is this experiment and why does the public not know what it is, or the children that are trapped here under all this experimentation with the disgusting filthy from everywhere. Star 1978, Star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. It is Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken. It is Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.